My name is Lena. I had no idea that my life would turn out this way. Mark was nice and swore a lot when we first met. He told her, I'll take care of you. You won't ever feel alone. I believed in him. I've learned over the years that life doesn't always go as planned. The bell went off. I jumped out of bed. I had to make Emily's lunch, cook breakfast, and wake her up for school. Mark was still in bed. I gave him a light shake. Mark, get up. Emily needs your help. He put the blanket over his head. Give me a break. You're better at everything than I am. My heart sank. I sped to Emily's room. I put her together, combed her hair, and packed her bag. In the kitchen, the toast was on fire. The time was going by quickly. My hands were shaking. I looked into the living room. Mark was on the couch going through his phone. I yelled, "Please help Emily with her shoes at least." He didn't look at me. "Stop shouting, Anna. You make too much noise." I could no longer hold it in. Noise? Mark, I handle everything by myself. You don't do anything. He shut his eyes. I'm worn out. Do not talk. What are you tired of? He did not have a job. He had nothing to do. He did nothing but sit. I made dinner that night. I didn't cook much because I was too tired. Mark made a face when he saw the plate. Again with pasta? Why don't you make something better? Why not meat or chicken? It felt heavy in my chest. Mark, do better. I work every day. I clean the house. Emily's care is mine. I do everything. You spend the whole day sitting on the couch. You also whine about food. He hit the desk. Do not yell at me. I'm the man of the house. My eyes were filled with tears. Mark, you're not a man. You're just lazy. His face turned red. Leave if you don't like it. I went cold. Take a child with you. Where should I go? The next day, our neighbor Sarah told me to go outside. "Anne, why do you run by yourself every morning? Mark, do you ever need help?" I tried to smile. He just wants to find work. I felt bad about myself. The truth was clear to everyone. Mrs. Allen, another neighbor, said as she walked by, "I don't understand how you handle everything by yourself. Your guy doesn't do anything." I wanted to go away. After a week, my mom came. The woman saw the house. It's dirty and there are clothes on the floor. Mark was asleep on the couch. I was pulled into the kitchen. "Anne, how long are you going to live like this? He's making you hurt." I cried. "Mom, I can't do this by myself. She needs her dad, but he won't change." Mom looked at me. Men don't always change until they notice something is wrong. Her words stuck with me. One afternoon, Mark's parents showed up. They looked around the sloppy house. He was too strict, his mother told him. "Mark is not old," his dad also said. "Give him time." "Anna, guys are not the same. Do not make him work too hard. He'll get there." I couldn't keep it together. "You don't see how I live every day. Your son does nothing but sit all day. He whines while I work, clean, cook, and take care of Emily. What do you call this?" They looked shocked. "Anna, he is your husband," his mother told him. "Wait a little while." I turned my head away. Waiting? I'm sick of waiting. He always has something bad to say about everything. They didn't say anything. I sat next to Mark that night. "Do you not feel bad, Mark, when you see how much I work?" He didn't stop watching TV. "You women were made to do this. That's your job." The words really hurt me. I got up. "Mark, no, I'm not working for you. I'm not going to cook for you. I'm not going to wash your clothes. I'm not going to clean your stuff." He laughed. "You need me to live." I looked at him. "Mark, you can't live without me." I cooked breakfast for Emily and me the next morning. Mark joined us at the table. "Where is my breakfast?" I put it in the fridge and said, "Cook it yourself." He got up in a rage. "Anna, stop being so silly." I saw him. "For years you've made my life hard. You'll feel it now." I didn't touch his clothes for 3 days. I didn't clean his plates. I didn't clean the room on his side. He didn't have a clean shirt by the 4th day. He didn't have a hot meal. He looked lost, tired, and hungry. He sneaked up on me. And I can't keep living this way. I kept putting away clothes. Mark, this is how I lived for years. You understand how it feels now. His voice was shaking. I was wrong. I am going to change. Mark went out the following week. He came back scared. I got a job in a small shop. It's not a lot, but it's something. I smiled a little. That's all I ever wanted. Not gifts or money, just work. Things started to change slowly. He tried, but some days he was still lazy. He cooked sometimes. He did the dishes. He did Emily's homework for her. Still, my heart wasn't at ease yet. I always thought, will this last, or will he go back to his old ways every time he helped? I prayed some nights while I lay awake listening to his soft snores. Please make this change happen. Don't let him forget how much we suffered because he was lazy. Mark forgot to pay a bill one night. There was no electricity. I was mad, but not crazy. Mark, I can't do everything. These things are important to remember. He hung his head. I'm sorry. She said, next time I'll be careful. Don't worry, Papa. I know you're trying. He felt hopeful even from small things. Mark held my hand and said, Anna, I'm sorry, one night while we were eating together. I couldn't see. Thank you for staying with me. I gave him a soft look and said, don't thank me. She gave him a hug and said, thank you for finally standing up. Papa, I appreciate it when you help me with my schoolwork. I saw hope in Mark's eyes when he smiled. That's my story. A story about a lazy husband and a wife who wouldn't keep quiet, because keeping quiet hurts, but being honest, brave, and working hard can save. Things can change, even though life isn't always easy. It's possible for anyone to learn if they try and face the results. This story was fun to read. Please like, comment, share, and follow if you did.